Hello, hello, welcome everybody, and thank you for joining me for a little bit of a whimsical stream, something different that I don't really know where the inspiration came from, but I thought it would be a lot of fun. Today we are diving into New Vegas. We're going to start a new character who has been assigned to go into the world and check out drinking and eating places and find the best spot to stop in to have a drink, to grab a fancy cocktail, to bring friends, or just to go and sit in quiet contemplation. So it should be a lot of fun. We get to take a look at New Vegas through a different lens today, a way that we would not typically think of it. I needed a little bit of a break from editing Fallout or Kenshi Fogman Rehabilitation. I have cut all of the streams down and stitched them together, and the result is about 7 hours long. And I have just done the voiceover for the B-roll and explainers and stuff like that today. So I am working hard on the video. It's just the biggest project I've taken on yet. So today I start a new project that will go in the backlog, because this should end up being a YouTube video too. But let's go ahead and get started. Hello, Ada. Congrats on grabbing the first redeem today. Hello, YouTube viewers. Hello, Twitch viewers. Hello, VOD watchers. Thank you all for joining me. Almost. All right, there we go. And Maiko, hello, hello. Ada, you always love this kind of look at games. Big fan of Annie Austin, looking at things like game airports and videos that rate Left 4 Dead safe rooms. Yes, exactly. What am I ordering? Wait, what do you mean, what am I ordering? So, Wasteland Bon Vivant or Food Critic. Yeah, something like it. At the bar, I don't know. I guess we'll go around and we'll see, first of all, if anybody has any specials. Also, hello, Wheezy. I hope you're well. This is just vanilla New Vegas. I'm gonna skip this. I have the radio turned off. I don't want to get DMCA'd. Better make sure that endurance is really high.
You're awake. How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
Yeah, so today we are the one, the renowned, the only Benson Jaegerman. Renowned post-apocalyptic bar specialist. Some issues with your left shoulder, but Doc prescribed muscle relaxers for it. I hope that gets better, Weezy.
I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Good Springs. Now, I hope you
Hey,
don't
Purple,
mind.
welcome in.
I had to go rooting around there in your noggin.
New Vegas, indeed.
Head out.
Congrats on 600 subscribers. Thank you, Maiko. We are making progress. We are pushing, trying to hit that 1,000. We're getting there.
How'd I do?
All right, so... Is this the first time? No, I couldn't tell you how many hundreds of hours I have on New Vegas. No, today we're checking out the bars in New Vegas, and we're trying to find the best place to stop in and have a drink. So we're just getting started with our character here. Let's see. Start with this. And then for the hairstyle, we're gonna go... You have a very important question. I have a maybe important answer. The Hair Dubois preset. Hey, what's up, Brian? Hope you're doing well.
I think Adnoctem Media Trademarks Dream is a great place to have a drink. What do you think, chat?
Hey, I really appreciate that. Brian, thank you for the resub for as long as it's been, 16 months. Wow. Hope you're well. All right, let's see what we can get for a color here. What if we go a little more blue? It's too much blue. Just handed in your last assignment of the term. Congratulations. You'd think the bar in this little town would be a chill place to have a drink, so that's where we're going to start, of course. Am I going to be reviewing the Atomic Wrangler with or without Fisto? I think we have to view it as it is now.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that
Make the top of his head look like a balls bottle if you go too blue.
What's keeping you in bed anymore? Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room?
Hey, Sunny Dot, what's up? How you doing?
Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
All right, we're just gonna go ahead and speed through the stats real quick.
So far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try.
I don't think they're gonna be all that important.
Right quick if you get back all your faculties.
All right, turn. Let's go all the way to the end. Okay. Sure, that looks good. The rare New Vegas run where I actually put skills into charisma.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard score there, but after what you've been through, I'd say that's great news. Well, we know your vitals are good, but that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered in a big one and drop.
I should have installed a faster start mod.
We go through a couple of questions. See if your dogs are still barking.
Game came out when you were in high school? Me too.
All right.
I wish I just could repeat back the word that he says back to him. Alternate start is always a good idea. Luckily, New Vegas is real fast. Let's go barter. Speech. And, you know what? Melee weapons. Hey, Fru and Todd, welcome in.
One more thing from you.
Good to have
I
you.
got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
Okay, we're gonna go with Logan's Loophole because we will never get addicted to chems. There you go, get those special rolls in. I'm seeing lots of 10s. Yeah, we'll do that.
All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
Papa was shot in the head, so was Grandpappy. Yep. We have a history of sticking our noses where they don't belong. Alright, we're just gonna go through here and grab some stuff real quick. Some cram for when the cravings hit. Now, don't you worry about money, because old Benson here, well, he's got a line if he needs some money for his research. So we'll take care of the bottle caps problem as we need. Best roll you've ever had and probably ever will. 3 10s and nothing below a 5. Alright. Should be a magazine. Wait, doctor's bag. We're not playing on hardcore, so I shouldn't really need the doctor's bag, but... Alright, let's get after it.
Doc.
The timeless tradition of cleaning out Doc Mitchell's house. Kitty, welcome in, Kitty. At the point in your life in which you treated yourself to watermelon-scented dish soap and am eagerly awaiting its arrival with your grocery order, dishes have never been so fun. You gotta do what you gotta do to find the whimsy in life. Now for us, we find whimsy at the bottom of a bottle. And that's why we're headed to the Prospector Saloon. Now, I have been to the real-life location that inspired the Prospector Saloon. Pretty cool place, way out there. Way in the middle of nowhere. But, very cool place. And the saloon and the general store are actually attached. We got Easy Pete. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's begin our investigation. Oh. Alright, so here we have it. The Prospector Saloon. You can see, despite the fact that it's a little town, they have taken great pains to dress the place up and make it appealing. Give it that roadside appeal. We have string lights. We have what even appears to be air conditioning, which, if I'm being honest, I would not have assumed existed in the world of New Vegas until I looked at this just now. At least not in most of the surface world. We've got a little shack out back, and you best believe we'll be checking that out. It holds a vital part of the bar experience here. And, oh, well, I guess if you don't talk to Sonny, there's no shooting range out here. I was going to add points for the shooting range, but I don't know if we can do that now. All in all, pretty cool little spot. Look, we even got Victor going up the hill in the background there. All right. Easy Pete. Morning.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry. She won't bite unless I tell her to.
Looks like an attempt to add Christmas lights. Yeah, or some type of fairy light or something at least.
Until next time.
So we have friendly bar patrons. It is a dog-friendly establishment. So I rate that as a positive. I suppose it's possible that somebody rates that as a negative. But then again, do you really want to drink with those people? Let's see what else we got. We have pool here. We got a jukebox, which probably will not work for me because I have the radio turned off to avoid DMCA. All right, before we go inspecting the place top to bottom, let's go sit down. take a look at the bar experience here. So here's our friend Benson. Friendly, but not overly sociable locals. Now, if I wanted to get a drink, there doesn't seem to be anybody to help me. But their selection looks quite nice. We got the barkeep's revolver, so clearly they take safety and security and orderly conduct seriously. We got beer, we got bourbon, we got wine, we got vodka, we got whiskey. Pretty well stocked for a little neighborhood bar. Seating is adequate. Got nice little one-on-one booths, and then you have your larger party booths. And the dishware looks relatively competent. Why do you suppose they're displaying empties? I mean, who knows? These could be pre-war. Broken glass looks like a hazard. Yeah, but it's only in places where you really shouldn't be reaching anyway. So, you know. New Vegas has such a good atmosphere, it does. All right, so we've got posters for Magician and Illusionist, Modern Jazz Group. Lots of wizards. Got a 10-piece band and another magician. This is interesting because you've got like 3 posters for magicians in this room. Now I wonder, we saw AC from the outside. Look, it is air conditioned. I mean, that's got to be massive points in this environment, right? Nice Nuka-Cola clock. I have never looked at this text before. Drink Nuka-Cola. Always time for refreshing Nuka. Honestly, if you live here in the neighborhood, this has got to be a comfortable place to come and hang out at the end of a long day. And to be honest, what else is there to do in Goodsprings? You know, you go clear out the schoolhouse, you set up some tin cans to shoot at, and you come here and drink until it's time to go to bed and do it all again the next day. Let's check out the state of the bathroom. Okay, so the gentleman's bathroom is in complete destruction. However, they've turned the ladies into a nice single restroom. It's a broken mirror, but, you know, there's probably not too many people making mirrors. And it looks like, you know, the toilet is clean. The sink is clean. And you can drink clean running water out of it. So all in all, as far as Wasteland accommodations go, the Prospector Saloon is very, very nice. This is the manager's office. We've been granted special access to go back here. We can see the private stock labels that they keep in the back. Bookkeeping, a modern computerized system. And then let's go take a look at a special component. A little secret recipe. Yes, not only are they a purveyor of fine spirits, they also produce their own craft spirits right here in Good Springs. Now be careful with this stuff. This will knock you blind, but the taste, the power, the value, well, you just can't compete. And what do they make this moonshine out of? Well, let's go check the town. Let's go see what we can find out about their agricultural capabilities. Do they produce fresh corn or maize? So they have agave. And this looks like corn to me. So it seems very well they could be making mash out of pure Good Springs corn. Jason, welcome in. Good to have you. And who doesn't love a barrel cactus rum and a yucca moonshine? What am I playing? This is Fallout New Vegas, one of the greatest games of all time. And today we are taking a look at the different bar establishments in New Vegas and ranking the best place to get a drink. McSauce, welcome in. Good to have you. Still no sign of Trudy. This is a little weird that the manager appears to have been absent.
Sticking around good.
Let's talk to the assistant manager.
Not in good. Most of what's in there is junk. If you want to take it. Always happy to help someone. Sure. And
Okay, well, the manager is out, so let's go see about interacting with the
Hi there.
locals.
Sticking around good.
8 out of 10 personally. I mean, let's be honest, in like day-to-day life, this is an 8 out of 10. But in the Mojave, this right here, this is a fine establishment.
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them. That's the right idea. Look on the sight. Try crouching. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. Suit yourself. Hope this. I'm heading back now. Hey, she.
I think she comes back after this little quest. Yeah, that's why we stepped out back. See if I can get Trudy to spawn.
Howdy.
I'm done being.
There she is.
If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not gonna buy
What's
something,
Cheyenne
get
doing?
out.
Hello.
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon.
Now this is a proper welcome for Benson Yeagerman. Really should replay this. Only ever played it once. Oh, you've got to play it. Let's see.
I'm sure
Let's see
that's
about the
something to like.
selection. They got absinthe. They got an atomic cocktail if you're trying to stay up all night and also resist fire. The atomic cocktails got you. They got some bar food, some crispy squirrel bits, some iguana bits. Ah, there's that maze that makes the famous Good Springs moonshine. They got Nuka-Cola for the sober drinkers, purified water, scotch. A squirrel stew is a little bit of a odd choice of bar food, but I dig it. Squirrel on a stick, sunset sarsaparillas, and your wine and spirits. Let's see if there's anything interesting to talk about. We, of course, are not going to involve ourselves with the Powder Ganger Good Springs dispute because we are simply here to check out the drinking and dining establishments.
Be careful out there.
As is
Feeling
customary, I believe we need to buy a beer.
Thanks. Be careful out.
Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have seen if there was a mod for New Vegas that adds drinking animations. Down the hatch. All said, cozy, comfortable, well-stocked, clean. Pleasing appearance, plenty of room. Sociable people, but nobody bothering you. Think it's a prime establishment. Animated ingestibles. Okay, so the Prospector Saloon. Well, that sets a high bar. Let's see if any other establishments in the area can compete. Now, the next natural stop for a lot of people might be Primm, but we are actually going to detour to another hardworking small town and check out how they pass the time and keep themselves fed and socially lubricated. When do we get to Flavor Town? Flavor Town is everywhere for those with taste buds to see. You know, I generally don't like using sprint mods in New Vegas because I feel like the game is built around the slower pace. But in this case, we could have used it to travel a little faster. Dangerous roads out here. That's why it's important for communities to stick together and have a place to gather. Oh, we got ourselves a vodka. We can bring the party with us. Hey, welcome in. Good to have you. Are we bar hopping? We are. We're checking out all the drinking establishments we can find in New Vegas. How did I not know there was a Bright follower out this far? Oh, a recharger rifle is perfect for this. We won't have to stop and get ammo. We might just have to keep it topped up every now and then. As in repaired, but... All right, now the next one, we're going to have to decide if it even counts as a bar, but you know what, honestly, it's enough of a local little establishment that I think we have to include it.
Hold up. There are death claws all over the damn place north of here. I'd turn back if I were you. If you want to get to New Vegas, you're better off heading east from Primm and then looping north. It's a heck of a lot safer.
Let's find out about this place. Benson would like to know more.
This is Sloan, a camp for us quarry workers. The actual quarry, Quarry Junction, is up the road north of here. The whole thing is an NCR operation. We make cement for the NCR using the limestone we dig out with dynamite and drag lines. Dirty work, but the pay's good. Wish we got paid in caps, though. Not a lot of merchants like taking NCR paper money.
So the local economy here revolves around NCR dollars.
Nope. The NCR has been trying to switch over to using paper money, just like in the pre-war days. Trouble is that the exchange rates ain't exactly fair. For example, $100 in NCR money is valued at roughly half that in caps around here. Seems like a rotten deal for us, but work is work. Sure. If you insist on going north, don't be expecting a rescue when you get into trouble.
Gonna make it tough to buy a drink if you forget to exchange. I think the opposite. If you listen to him, I get the impression that bottle caps here go a long way. So if you are a Mojave resident, yes, they will take your NCR money. But if you come here with caps, the exchange is going to be in your favor. They're going to be very happy to take your money, and it probably works out to be cheaper. Hey, welcome in. That's the mining office. I think this... Yeah, this is the mess hall. All right, so this is what we got. It is obviously assembled of corrugated metal with wooden supports. The roof is nothing fancy. Honestly, the whole thing could use a coat of paint and a little bit of epoxy. But it's in keeping with the styles of the town. Got some type of lines that run through here. Power lines, I'm assuming. Outside 3 out of 10. Yeah, but you never know. Sometimes those places that look scary from the outside, they end up being some of the best, most cozy places. It's rustic for sure, or just rusty. Okay, so check this out. We have this generator here. This generator seems to power the mining office, and then the mining office actually has cables laid out to all of these other buildings to provide electricity. This is the level of detail that I'm still surprised to see little things like this that they thought through. You know, like, how does this place get its power? They actually have a diegetic answer to that, which is very cool. All right, let's head on in.
Hey.
Wonder if they get Deathclaw attacks. It seems like the Deathclaws maybe don't stray from the quarry.
Let me ask you a question. What's the tastiest thing you've ever eaten?
Oh man, Benson Jaegerman has had some tasty meals. Be hard to choose one. Anything that wasn't made 200 years ago.
Yeah, can you believe some people still eat that stuff? Anyway, I've got this recipe for a Deathclaw omelet that I've been itching to try out. Trouble is, I need a Deathclaw egg. Kinda obvious, I suppose.
When'd you come up with this recipe?
My great-aunt Rose ran a bed and breakfast back in California, in a town called Modoc. She's the one who created the recipe in the first place. I don't know how she managed to get a hold of a female Deathclaw, but she kept it in a shed. Aunt Rose had a steady supply of eggs for her omelets. At least, she did until some stranger came along and killed the Deathclaw, shot it right in the eye.
That whole thing is a big Fallout 2 reference. I love that. So Modoc was a town in Fallout 2, and there actually was a bar with Aunt Rose where you could bring Deathclaw eggs, and she would make a Deathclaw omelet. I think Aunt Rose gives you a task to go, like, bring meals to people or something. And of course, shooting it right in the eye is a Fallout 2 thing through and through. Fallout 1 and 2. What are you offering in exchange for a Deathclaw egg?
I don't have much in the way of money, but I'd be willing to share the secret of the recipe.
All right, let's see what else we can find out about the place.
Sure. What did you want to know? Oh, I'm not. I'm making my way to New Vegas. They say anything goes there. And best of all, the NCR can't mess it up for you. I'll get there eventually. I've heard that you can't even get into the Strip unless you're rich. Born and raised, things back in California are better than they've ever been, according to my grandpa.
Hey, what's up, Rez? How you
And
doing?
it's easy enough to get a job at one of the mills or farms. But now
28
there's
feels like a
taxes
good
and
number.
laws and other things.
Thanks for all the travel
The
advice.
NCR keeps
Hey,
things
thanks for
safe
being
and
here for so
orderly.
long.
That's all very
28
boring.
months.
So I came out.
It's hard to
east
believe that's like
towards the
almost
frontier.
2.5 years. I hope you're doing well, Rez. And you're welcome. You'll now know where to go in the Mojave. Outside it ain't so great, but inside it's homey. It's true. Let's see what they have for sale.
Sure.
Now the selection here is not so great. Dirty water. We got some gecko steaks, junk food, sunset sarsaparilla, and wine. So not much in the way of alcohol. It seems like wine is your only option. It's probably all that they can get imported on the NCR supply trains. So this is more a place to sit down and get a soda, get a water, get some food if you're hungry, if you're thirsty, if you need a place to rest. Not going to be your greatest option in terms of bar establishment. Let's go ahead and treat ourselves to a sarsaparilla. The part about not being able to get into the Strip unless you're rich is interesting as an in-universe thing. Haven't thought much about it since money in the game is quite easy to come by. Yeah, if you are the main character and you have main character syndrome, you can easily get 2,000 caps. But most of these other people, they could be living their whole life, you know, what are they? They're selling banana yucca for 3 caps each. You know, getting 2,000 caps it's difficult.
Pleasure doing business with you. All right, then.
All right, so they have a friendly, I don't know what you would call, not quite a bartender, just like the everything, a friendly face of the establishment. And it looks like we've got, I would presume this is coffee. If not, it may be just a container for water. But, you know, the mugs to me imply it's coffee. So you can stop by in the morning as well. We got a little jukebox. We got advertisements for the Super Duper Mart. I hear there's one of those out east. And Radiation King radios and televisions, the classic. Obviously, this establishment had some type of distribution deal with Sunset Sarsaparilla. You can see they have marketing material. They have the vending machine. Let's check out the kitchen. It looks a little dark back here. Honestly, it's probably not the best environment to be preparing clean food. It looks like they are preparing stuff directly on the countertop in a dark environment. Refrigeration standards seem little, but at least they have a broom. They keep the place, you know, fairly organized. We do have a bottle down here on the floor that is an empty bottle that is trash. We've got some trash in the fridge. So cleanliness standards, you know, by the Mojave, not the worst, but it could definitely use some improvements. I think probably they're a little understaffed, and, you know, it seems to be just jazzier working. Nice tall ceiling. Got this light bulb up here, which seems to need to be replaced. Which, once again, probably, you know, because of the tall ceilings, they're not able to do so easily. But, you know, they're out here, they're surviving, they're living, they're doing the best they can do. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, major red flag. Major red flag. Benson has seen some cheap meat in his time, but he can't quite identify what is in this strange meat pie. It's a little concerning. And his travels across the wastelands have taught him that if he can't identify the meat, you might want to stay away. Raw next to cooked, you're right. The strange meat pie cooked. No, you're very right. The strange meat pie, I can see evidence that the Maillard reaction has taken place. Ergo, it is cooked. Meanwhile, the mole rat meat is not. So we have raw next to cooked. Okay. This place is one of those places that you frequent for a long time, and then you see a report on the news that they have far too many health violations, and you never eat there again. This also supports the ghost kitchen theory. Amazing how that place went from like a solid 5.5 to a 1. All right, now I'm just going to look up something here real quick because, to be honest, Benson hasn't received his disbursement for travel funds yet. So I need to find out how exactly payment works. Oh, it's like the easiest it could be. All right, Benson Yeagerman has just received his disbursement for travel and lodging expenses, and now should be able to continue on his review freely. Now, here's an interesting one. A lot of people may not think of this when we think of bars of New Vegas, but what exactly do the NCR Correctional Facility residents have in the way of refreshment and accommodation? Well, let's go pay them a visit and find out. Wanted help, but just couldn't remember. Oh, it's okay. The bottle cap ID is real easy. Prison bar, are you sure they'll let you in without a tux? Well, I am an established and honored guest.
Look at you. Walking in here like you're one of us. Don't you know this is Powder Ganger territory? That's us. We got sent here to fix the rails and make some new ones. And for that, we got to use dynamite. Of course, dynamite works pretty good against caravan guards, too. So, that's what we do. Rob and blow things up. This is, or was, the Big House. New California Republic Correctional Facility. Not much correcting went on here. Just slave labor. One day, us prisoners decided to liberate ourselves. Killed the warden, killed the guards, took over the whole damn territory.
Oh, part of chat is cut off by Cam a little. Gotcha. I think I might have made my camera a little bigger than usual. Enjoy that noise.
Well, I don't know. Depends on if you can make it worth my time. 100 caps sounds right to me. All right, you can go on in. Can't guarantee your safety, though. Just saying. Yeah, whatever.
100 caps gets us in. That makes this the most exclusive venue we have visited so far. How come we see iguanas on sticks, but we never see iguanas? Okay, so there is evidence of alcoholic beverage consumption on premises. Mostly it is sodas. And coffees. They drank a lot of soda and coffee.
Any lawman that comes after me won't have it easy.
Because they're all on sticks. We got a beer. We got a beer that makes this qualifies. There is one alcoholic beverage here. However, this does seem to be more of a co-op than it does an actual establishment. It's more like you bring your own. It's like a club where you bring your own and you put your name on it. But they don't sell it on site, presumably because that's a different license. Let's go check out the rest of the correctional facility and see if they have anything else resembling a food hall. We got some cell blocks. Maybe they've got some toilet wine in here.
Never gets old when something blows up.
Okay, so here we have a medical bay. Kitchen area. Not a good restroom. Major deductions for the restroom. There is whiskey consumption here. But currently none of it in the fridge. So I don't know if we can classify this area as a bar. Do the other places even have a restroom? The Sloan did not, but Good Springs, we checked out the restroom, and although the men's was destroyed, the ladies was a single occupant restroom, and it was quite acceptable.
Hey.
Hello.
We got some jet here. Now, being that this is the wasteland, we are going to count other chems. As long as they serve alcohol and it is a relaxed social environment that is meant for lounging and socializing and relaxing, I guess they don't even have to serve alcohol. We will count it as a bar for those purposes. But if it is just for doing drugs in like a violent manner, like the Fiends or something like that, we will not count that as a bar. Yeah, so the NCR Correctional Facility, they are getting by with what they were handed. They are, you know, they're doing their best for their members, but I would not call this an actual establishment that is open to the public or qualifies for review. So we move on. That's a powder charge. Clientele is kind of hostile. Vibes thoroughly unsettled. Yeah. I mean, clearly they harassed us for 100 caps just to get in the door. And then they didn't even have anything for sale. Game's kind of full of personality. Okay, so obviously the next target on our list is Prim. It's Gene skydiving. Ah, look, we can see the advertisement now. Interstate 15, and just off the highway, the Vicky and Vance Casino. See the infamous couple's death car, authentic memorabilia from their nationwide crime spree. Take exit 1 toward Prim. Now, getting here, the wildlife can be a bit of a bother. It's a good thing we've got our trusty recharger rifle. Prim and proper bar, for sure. Alright, so this would appear to be exit 1 towards Prim, and the sign instructs us to smile. You're almost at the Vicky and Vance Casino. Here we are under the purview of the NCR. This is not necessarily a part of town you want to travel to, so take caution when you're heading to the Vicky and Vance Casino. Transit here sucks. And the patrols are really not interested in your own well-being. Free souvenirs, that's a way to think of it. Okay, this fight is not going well for Benson. Let's see, is this a more appropriate outfit? Looks a little raider-y. We gotta try to find something that looks appropriate for a restaurant reviewer and critic. I like the satchel bag, but that is a little, farm handy. Yes, maybe we'll get to eat Ruby's famous casserole here. We'll find out what that's all about. In the meantime, I'm just looking for some clothes. Don't you worry, we'll find something suitable to wear. What's wrong with being a farmer? You too good for the fields now, bar critic? You know, it doesn't give off the right air when you step into an establishment. They think you've been working in the field all day. They think you're tired and hungry and sweaty, and anything you eat will be the best thing you ever tasted. And then they just don't put in the effort. Now the sheriff's duster. That's got some authority. Should be a rifle here too. Where's the rifle? I forget. It's under the bed. Cowboy repeater, here we go. Here it is, the Vicky and Vance Casino. I meant here it is, our commercial break. We do have ads on Twitch, and I've got to use the restroom after tasting all these fine beverages. So I'll be back in just a moment, about 2 to 3 of them, actually. Some clips of the channel will play while I'm away, and then I'll be right back. Thanks for being here, everybody. I appreciate you. Why can I not do the kill?
Who's there? 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 Who's there?
Oh, damn. Started already. Or is it just the one? Oh. Yeah, this ain't good. You'll both be today's main course if you don't do something. Activate your defense ability. Separate from ally. That's my defense ability. That might be the that might be the hardest I've ever laughed at a game on here. I thought I was gonna kick him or something. No, you know what? We're gonna run up his heating bills while we're in here. Flush the toilet a bunch too. Guy will never understand why his utilities are so high after today.
Leon!
Louis.
I've got something for you guys.
Did anybody catch the zoom when he said, "I've got something for you guys"? What exactly has he got there for us?
Convulsions. Look, I know you're carriers. You've been coughing up blood, right?
He even had his hands on his hip.
And you.
He's alive with the spirit of dance. And having played his final act out, he departs the stage. Look at that form. It's what she said. Probably, yeah, that is indeed what some she has said, I bet. And you know who that... All right, back. Hope everybody had a good break. Let's take a look at the Vicky and Vance Casino. So obviously a large, impressive establishment from the outside. Nice molding here. We do have, you know, some boarded up sections, some things that look to not necessarily be in the best repair. Even the light poles out in front of the building, they really could work on it a little bit. We got blood stains on the wall here. At least there are ample trash cans. Nothing worse than not having a trash can and having to hold on to your trash forever. Let's check out the inside.
I don't know what it was brought you to Primm, youngster, but you might want to rethink your plans. Town's gone to hell. Johnson Nash is my name. Husband to Ruby Nash. Lived in Primm going on 8 years now, thick and thin. I'm a trader primarily, for what it's worth with things like they are. I also run the local Mojave Express outpost. Sure, have a look.
So let's take a look at what's for sale. Lots of guns and ammo. We got some Brahmin steak. Gecko steak, iguana. So we have some stuff to eat, some pinion nuts, purified water. And we got a little bit of whiskey and wine, so this place does qualify. This is a place where alcoholic beverages are sold for on-site consumption. And indeed, they've got a bar. Let's go check out the bar. State of the place is in disarray. Obvious spills here that have not been cleaned up. And the atmosphere here is one of fear and paranoia. Everybody is walking around at the low ready. Bloodstains abound. Somebody has left a pistol. We better pick that up so nobody finds it and hurts themselves with it. Nobody busses the tables. We've got glasses everywhere. I understand the fact that they're under siege, but they seem to take no pride in their display. There's pistol over the floor. I mean, look at this. We got bar stools turned over.
Howdy.
Obvious stains. Half-smoked cigarettes. Do we even have a restroom we can use? This might have been the restroom.
Howdy.
Unless there's another one that I'm missing.
Move along, please.
You got this robot that barks at you if you're spending too much time here. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to feel like they're taking up unwelcome space. The sad thing is, this would have been a decent bar at some point, but it just seems that they've let it all go to hell. It seems they have consumed about 99% of what they once stocked, and then nobody bothered to clean up. Still got whiskey. I mean, Johnson Nash has the whiskey, but show me the whiskey behind this bar. It seems to me that Johnson Nash has sequestered all of the whiskey and is selling it for profit.
Howdy.
After drinking his fill, no less. Nash is a thirsty kitten. Well, that's no way to run a bar. We've got cigarettes if smoking is your thing, but I can find no evidence of alcoholic beverages in stock anywhere besides in Nash's inventory.
Howdy.
Dish soap has arrived and you must away for a short time naturally. No seals are broken here. No chips rolled. No warm greetings exchanged. This is a cold and empty casino. That's why we kicked out Nash and replaced him with a sober robot. Also, the place needs some better lighting. It doesn't need to be lit up like the sun. This room's okay. But the amount of lumens for this space is too few. Overall, this place, it's a potential 5 or 6 out of 10. But the way it's run now, it barely qualifies. Barely qualifies as a bar establishment. I'm going to give it a tentative 2.
Howdy.
All right, Benson has been sent on his most dangerous assignment yet. We've got to check out the other casino in town, the Bison Steve. We hear it's under hostile occupation, but that aside, what type of facilities are on offer at the Bison Steve? What does this sign say? Shows. So we've got hotel. We've got shows. Anything else, though? Do they advertise a bar? That's an important thing. We need to see how much they advertise. Let's see. 21 Kino restaurants, shows, slots, craps. Okay, so nothing on their sign says that they're trying to be a bar. Let's go take a look. Oh, we got NCR money. Remember that came into play earlier. We're just gonna throw some points out here. I don't know what we really need. Not a traditional playthrough of New Vegas. Ooh, we got some buff out. There's a lying congression... no, Tales of a Junktown Jerky vendor. Alright, we're gonna need something with a little higher armor pen. I think the 10 mil pistol might do it. Now you have the New Vegas itch too. Last time you really sat down and played it was like 2018. It'll happen. You know, we could do another one of these raiding the clubs in Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Probably a lot of games we could do this with. I very briefly entertained the idea of doing something like this with Starfield, and then I remembered that I'd have to play Starfield. Wow, this is all we've got for a restaurant, huh? Well, all right, let's take our customary look at it. It's like we got a couple stoves, a couple fridges, one Deputy Beagle. Hello there, Deputy. A spoon. And a mattress for some reason. We do have sinks. It is not a 3-compartment sink, but we do have 2 compartments. So they get 2/3 credit. That is a 66%, which is passing. VTM video would be great. That game has unmatched atmosphere. I think we did a full playthrough of it on the channel, but I think that's before you were around. But I think that would still be a fun video to do. Did we have anything in the way of like restrooms, or this is a maintenance store? Oh, that just comes out the other way. Yeah, how does this first floor have no bathrooms anywhere? This is not Silent Hill. I cannot simply open the door from the other side. You arrived with Kenshi. That's right. Did you find the VODs and videos first, or did you come across a stream on Twitch? All right, we'll head on up the road to our next location. There it is in the distance. Mojave Outpost. Came across the stream, but you were a lurker for quite a while. Ah, that makes sense. Curious about this sign for Rita's Cafe. What does the billboard say? Open all night. Our pies are out of this world. Seems like an establishment we would love to go visit. I don't know who they're shooting at. Oh, jackals. Now, there is another place we can go check out. It's a little bit of a bonus. A little bit of a bonus place. I can't guarantee we survive to get there, but that's why the quick save button exists. There is a little area tucked away up here. Should have brought more than a double-barrel shotgun. It's actually not bad. I think we'll have ourselves a sunset sarsaparilla. That ought to set us right. To be honest, this whole thing was more of a thing that I had an idea I wanted to do a video on, and stream is just a fun way to hang out with everybody while I get the background video content for it. So I think it's kind of the best of both worlds. It's also not a playthrough that anybody has to be super locked in for. You can just kind of chill. Alright, let's hope this place isn't harder to get to than I remember. We'll, do a permanent save here. Just in case I need to reload. Okay, I think these are Reavers, which are tough, but maybe not as tough as they were in Fallout 3. Oh, they hurt a lot, though. They do hurt a lot. You could stop reloading so you can heal. Naked and oiled up, who's winning the twerk off, Boone or Raul? You'll have to stay to find out, because that's, what do you think these bars get up to? We're gonna have a whole competition. But obviously we know that Boone is caked, and Raul just couldn't possibly hope to compete. Raul's got the attitude, though. He puts on a damn good show. Where are you going? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. That's not good. Where'd that coyote go? Be an embarrassment to survive all that just to die to the coyote. Who has a worse relationship with their father, Cass or Veronica? A little weird that we've picked two women for this question, eh? I would say that Cass had a good relationship with her father. You know, the owner of Cassidy Caravans. And learned a lot from him. Now, Veronica, we don't really know about Veronica's dad. We do know that she was sort of abandoned by her mentor, which some could say is a stand-in for the father relationship. But overall, I would say that Cass's relationship with her dad is quite good, at least from what we know about it. This is what I should have done in the first place. Only took me 6 grenades to hit something. Okay. We'll advance a little bit. That seems to be the limit of it. Okay, if we crippled the leg, we can switch to something else now. This little varmint rifle's doing nothing. Uh-oh. This is about to hurt. Oh, or not. With the simple power of being in a slightly elevated position, we can overcome our enemies. I guess we can use the recharger rifle now. There we go. Get some medicine going. That's been quite important for us. Hey, welcome back, Michael. We are just visiting Hell's Motel. To be honest with you, I don't remember what's inside here. Oh, it's you! Of course it's you. That's right. Now I remember what's inside here. Don't think you've ever been there. It's a bit out of the way. We got some turbo. Supercharge this experience. Yeah, we needed to get in here and give this place a sort of honorable mention. Weapon repair kit. DC Journal of Internal Medicine. Oh, I never noticed the pod here. Robco Industries. Of course, that's where the Dr. Handy comes from, of course. I don't know if I'll end up using this location, but wanted to stop by it and check it out. Obviously, some sort of still going on in here. And a chemistry lab of sorts. Look at the bubbling, oozing colors. We got something to huff over here. See if I can get out of the rads a little bit. This'll do. Getting slowly irradiated, so if I die, I die. Look at the glowing fungus. This is a bar for real extremophiles, a place to sit and ponder in irradiated peace, because nobody is coming out here to interrupt your drinking, but that means you gotta drink alone. Alright, we're very irradiated, so Benson's gonna get on back and see the doctor.
Welcome back. Sure. How are you holding up?
All right, let's see about some medical supplies here. Stimpaks, maybe. And we have no Radaway. I probably just could have gone to Victor's house and slept, but that's fine. All right. Back to the drive-in to head out to our next location. Who are you? Oh, a prospector. I bet you know a good... Whoa! Where did you go? I think the irradiation from Hell's Motel has me,